As many of you know, a sequel to the Keanu Reeves action film John Wick is in development and begins shooting this week. Now we know who Wick will be fighting. According to a report in The Hollywood Reporter, actor-musician Common will play the main antagonist, the head of security for a female crime lord. Christian, do you like the choice of Common as the bad guy for John Wick 2?
And it's funny, when I was reading this story this morning, I said, wait, he's coming back? And then I'm like, wait, no, that was Run All Night. He was in Run All Night, and he was menacing in that movie. The movie it was okay, but he was menacing. So I absolutely like the addition of him. I think that if you've seen Run All Night, and he's been in a ton of other stuff too, but Run All Night was the one that I flashed back to immediately because he went toe to toe with Liam Neeson, and I bought it. And he was even a little bit more menacing than Liam Neeson could be. And I think that to see him pair up with Keanu Reeves in this one, it's John Wick 2. So whoever they're going to put in there as the villain, I think that they know what they're doing. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I also liked him in Run All Night, but when I think about him being in John Wick 2, what my head instantly goes to is actually Wanted. I thought he was really good. He plays that strong. He is a threatening presence when he's on screen, and he's really good at it. Even in that little comedy Date Night with Steve Carell and Tina Fey, when he was one of the monsters, he's just got a charisma, a quiet charisma about himself that just by his presence on screen, he can emote a threatening presence. And I think something like that in a John Wick 2. Now, I don't want a guy that can one-on-one go toe-to-toe with John Wick. That's just not supposed to be possible. But a guy who can try to think 2 steps ahead of him, with muscle with him, and all that kind of stuff. I actually think this is a really nice choice.
But why can't he go toe-to-toe if it's a sequel? You know, a guy who is equally as good as he is.
I guess it's because, like, Wick, the mythology they set up around Wick in that first one is he is the boogeyman. Like, they sent him after entire mobs himself. Like, so that sort of thing. Like, that doesn't mean he's not vulnerable. Clearly, as we saw in the first film, he can be stopped with enough guys and enough thinking. And I hope Common isn't just brute muscle. I hope he's an intellectual. I hope he's a thinking man's villain. I hope he thinks 2 steps ahead of John Wick, and that becomes the bigger threat to him. You know, either way, I really do like this choice, which is kind of funny because if you asked me to give you a potential list of names that I would like to see as the bad guy, I probably wouldn't have thought of Common off the top of my head. Right. But then when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, I'm on board for this. What do you think?
I'm still waiting for him to be Green Lantern. Because I was like, whenever I hear Common is cast anything, I was like, oh yeah, he was going to be Green Lantern.
In George Miller's George Miller's Justice League.
So, you know, I always keep thinking this. Maybe when Green Lantern finally pops around, he's going to be in Green Lantern. But I think he was great in Run All Night. He's creepy. And I think he could play another John Wick. Like, he's the guy who's the original boogeyman that they take out of retirement to take the new boogeyman, who's John Wick, who came out of retirement. Right. Like, he could be a retired dude who's like, oh, yeah, and the Keanu John Wick character could be like, they got him to try to take me out? Like, he should be afraid of this guy. You know, that could be kind of fun. Like it's John Wick fighting himself.
It could be if he's another version of him, just from another mob.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.